So my anime figure collection has grown quite a bit over the past 5 years. However, it's not as big as compared to a lot of people that I know, because they have well over 100 figures in their collection, and I'm still not even at the 3-digit mark yet. If some of you guys thought I was over 100 figures, you're quite wrong about that. I'm still hovering around 92 figures, so yeah. By the way, I'll leave my link to my figure collection account down below in the description. I used to have it in the description of all my videos, but for some reason along the way it just kind of stopped happening. But a question I always get on my streams, by the way, follow me on Twitch, is what is your favorite figure in your collection? And honestly, I can never really come up with a definitive answer for you because, well, you spend a lot of money on these things, you tend to like them all. But today I have a list of 5 figures in my collection that are pretty much my favorite ones. Now, it only took me 5 minutes to figure out this list, so it's definitely not concrete in any way. So here we go. So number 5 is the Steins Maki Kurusu figure, 1/8 scale by Good Smile Company. This is one of the figures that I particularly had my interest on at the time because Steins, well, it is my favorite anime of all time, and I was kind of browsing through Steins merch, and I came across this figure, and I absolutely fell in love with it. In fact, I think it's actually getting a re-release this year, which is nice because it hasn't actually had a release since 2012, which was the initial first release, I think. So if you haven't actually picked her up yet, I think this is a good time to pick her up. I love the outfit, I love the pose, oh my god, she just looks absolutely amazing, I love it. Now her figure does come with 2 variants, one where she wears her normal attire, which I have right here, and then the other one where she's wearing her lab coat, which looks really good as well. Don't know if I'll ever get that, or have the time to find that. Is it just me, or has this figure leaned over time? I don't have any reference to other people's collections, so I'm not too sure if this has actually leaned. I mean, it still looks fine overall, but she could be a little bit more straighter, I think. It's okay, though. Number 4, Saber Motored Crusader. I love this figure. This is one of the first figures other than Triumphant Excalibur that I actually looked at and really wanted to buy. Now, most of these figures in this list are figures that I actually just window shopped before I even got into figure collecting. And Saber Motored Crusader is definitely one of those figures. When I first laid my eyes on this figure, I absolutely fell in love. I was like, Arturia on a motorcycle? Are you kidding me? That's sick. At the time, she was still kind of rare. I think she's had maybe 1 or 2 re-releases since then, but I absolutely wanted the figure in my hands, and I think this is one of the figures that I actually got pretty early on in my collection. I think within my first 10 figures, I actually picked this one up. I can't remember exactly how much I actually paid for her at the time. I think it was around 12,000 yen maybe. And it just looks completely badass. That's kind of exactly why I wanted the figure in the first place, and I really love Fate, obviously. And fun fact, Saber Altar is also getting her own Motored Crusader version, I think this June. And it looks fantastic. I love it. Thank you. If you guys are curious, Saber Altar is my favorite variant of Saber, so I love it. Can't wait to pick that up too. Now, I tried to add a little bit more variety to this list, because as easy as it would be for me to choose 5 Fate figures and then be done with it, let's get some variety. Number 3, Saber Altar from Good Smile Company. I love how I just said I was going to add a little bit of variety, and here I am talking about another Arturia figure again. This is also one of the figures that I really wanted before I even started collecting, and it was kind of rare at the time. I didn't actually get this figure well into 2 years of me collecting figures. So I managed to get her when I was in Japan. I remember this vividly. I was in Mandarake, and I was walking by, and there was a bunch of glass display cabinets with a bunch of figures and stuff. I remember seeing on top of one of them, there was a box, a black box, and I instantly knew which figure it was, and I bought it without even a second glance. So yeah, that happened in 2016 when I went to Japan. That was a great moment. I paid, I think, around $300 to $400, I think, at the time. It was quite expensive. And then a year later, Good Smile decided to do a re-release for the figure, so I kind of just overpaid at that point. But hey, I mean, I got it when I went to Japan, so good memory, I guess. Although I spent a lot of money. But yeah, I honestly just had to add this figure. I love Saber Altar, and oh my god, she just looks so good. I love the pose. Every time I look at this now, I just think about the fight scenes that happened in The Lost Butterfly, and it's great. Number 2, Ultimate Madoka, 1/8 scale figure, also by a Good Smile Company. Now, if I had to pick a figure that pretty much got me into figure collecting as a whole, it's probably this one. It was 2013, I was kind of in a Madoka Magica phase because Rebellion literally just released in Japan. It was October, I think, 2013. And I was window shopping a lot of Madoka merchandise. And I came across Ultimate Madoka, and I was just like, Oh, that looks so good. So December 2013 comes around. I went to go watch the movie in theaters. My sister went with me, and she didn't even watch anything previously of Madoka, so she just went in completely blind and just went to watch Rebellion, which was very weird of her, but I guess she didn't really want me going alone by myself, so we watched it. It was great, and our year goes by. A few weeks before my 18th birthday, my sister hits me up and she asks me, hey, is Solaris Japan a good site to buy authentic figures from? And I'm like, what the heck is she buying from Solaris Japan? I mean, yeah, it is, but, you know, depending on the figure, it could be very well overpriced. And then she said, okay, and that was the end of the conversation. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe she's buying some Sailor Moon stuff or something, right? Fast forward to my 18th birthday, she hands me a big giant box. And I'm like, oh, she bought me something from Solaris Japan. So I open it up, and it's Ultimate Madoka. Oh my god, I can probably still remember the look on my face. I was in complete shock. I'm like, I can't believe she bought this for me. Because at the time, it was pretty rare. And I remember on Solaris Japan, I think it was like $300 to $400 for the price of the figure. And that is absolutely ridiculous. And I can't believe she bought that for me. Till this day, it's the most expensive gift I've ever received, and it's probably the greatest gift I've ever received. I really want to get the Devil Homura variant just so I can match it with Ultimate Madoka. I don't know when I'll be able to pick that up though, but I really want in my collection for Madoka. Oh, that's good stuff. Now moving on to number 1, we have Cardcaptor Sakura, Stars Bless You, 1/8 scale figure by Good Smile Company. God damn, every figure on this list is made by Good Smile. Well, that's fine with me. I have a personal belief that they are the best figure manufacturer. So, Cardcaptor Sakura, Stars Bless You. This is a fantastic figure. This was my childhood anime, and Sakura's best friend Tomoyo is pretty much the whole reason why I started getting into video. I absolutely love this figure. The base, the planets, the solar system, the wings, the pose, the ring with the sun and the planets. Oh my god, it just looks fantastic. Oh my god, I love this figure. It's a beautiful set piece. It's 1/8, but it's still huge as hell, mostly because of the base. You could have gotten the other version too, which just came with Sakura, which, I mean, very nice little figure to have, but oh my god, the base is what makes half of the figure. And honestly, I didn't think Good Smile was going to be able to come up with a better Cardcaptor Sakura figure, but they did, and it recently just went up for pre-order, and I saw the colored version a couple days ago, and it looks beautiful. Oh my god, it looks fantastic. The wings, the color, the staff, oh my god, it just looks so good. That is getting released, I believe, in August 2020. I'm very excited for that figure. Oh my god. I think that's my most anticipated figure for next year. God damn. It looks absolutely fantastic. I've been staring at it for like the past 10 minutes. And it still looks so good. She's gonna look great right beside this one. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are my 5 favorite figures in my collection as of right now. Most of them just have sentimental value to me because they're kind of the figures that got me into figure collecting. Well, exception of Cardcaptor Sakura, because I was already into figure collecting by the time she got announced. But yeah, well, thanks for watching this video, guys. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Special thanks to my patrons Seswat, Beast, Haruka J, Rycarian, JJ Hitori, JHaze90, Eclair, and Kathleen Rice. You guys are awesome. And all my other patrons as well. If you like the content and feel like helping out, consider checking out the Patreon page. Thanks. I think I have a serious problem. You go on Ami, and you're just looking at the page, and you see a figure that looks pretty nice. You want to check it out, you click on it, and then for some reason it's already pre-ordered. I have issues.